Today is Friday, 16th, 2016 at this January, which we still walk on and I transit. The reality of these days, Your Honor, Edmund J. from Liaison Office, New York, with Your Honors at the Hague, working with states parties and justice parties. That's the reason for what it is. This journal at the justice need, at the reality we came through, and also the yesterday's crusades we have been doing between what it would be considered ecclesiastic, religious, as well the condition for us raising the name as the institution for law and justice for the world to understand which it means, the orders as law, as justice and right, which as orders the same law provides and puts this to be. The accomplishment infrastructure is necessary even for what it is the states which as named to be honorably raised at the name which this be nation for the defense and order this to exist. For other case, the reality of the soul ain't no possibility, some reason of health and upright action forwarding to sustain anybody around. Now, through this, I, Elishel, person with a problem up on the reality of my name, which I will be the cause of genocides and Jewish side, especially that I am sick of this and something like I want to end, and not my people that I love and I'm serious, like you know me. Not necessary to say nothing else. This is exactly some extra that Your Honors, at the reason of the damages I still suffer by United Evangelics and them associations and KIRSCHNERS, that provides destructions at my physical state for he never done, like destroying my devices, never done, doesn't work, couldn't do it, but us, which is the right pseudo sickness that this class provides and does every day until the right genocide and extermination for whatever be right, good, worth, genuine, real, and in the delusional fever of they will be supreme and the whole existence and of them no God and no evidential existence as persons which as names, identities, and normal realities as genuinely each as existing will ever just be around. Now, first of all, Your Honors, this is the last acquisition for that weird things that were all around. It's a simple Chinese production chip microphone that comes with this packaging, which is interesting. Melech wanted I to buy it. It's a very dynamic microphone, which will cost of 270 pesos. As a switch on, switch off, and is the same as the product of Audio Technica that you know, mounted in PVC instead some class of a different polymer that reduces the statics and any element. Has a very nice captation, it's not deep, it's not so high quality, but it's okay, and it's the one that I used, it's the one that I got, and the one that I already had that you know, still having, I couldn't use, and in that rehearsal room neither. It's a condenser, sorry, the nano toy, which is awesome, it's not a toy, works amazing. And this Samsung C05, I didn't use it for that, allowed to say now, PV mixer M6. So 70s didn't have no phantom, so 70 I couldn't use it. So now the reality of this, just a little bit, in the middle of the mess, destroyed my other Android for my media converter application wouldn't be able or capable to transfer what my Grand Prime I'm using now, voice recorder, sound note, to deliver to MP3 for I can show with the destroyed Audacity multi-track software for SoundPad that I could process and making some assemble as normally that worked in my destroyed system and computer for Policía Federal Argentina, Evangelistas Unidos, KIRSCHNERS. Today all we done and we proved that, like always done, they proves murdering, disappearing, forging, destroying, and staging, we command. And that's the way they make businesses and less humanity and says, I filled my pockets some money and I have my glory, my virtue, my career, and I am famous and I am just fine for what I've done to that B word, son of a B word. Sorry for this, but it's exactly the class. Typical. Now you runners, you run an admin. You wanted I to sing a little bit of the song of Adele. I hope she'll be okay. Send her a very enormous kiss and she'll be blessed. However, for justice bodies and for you, not feeling so fine. Organically, I am feeling lazy and unresponsive, like if I were being a very neurocystic destruction state, that my normal sensitivity is not really attached to my immediate response. I'm feeling really lazy, lousy, and surely my mother is putting medications at my foods still, and further the situations and conditions. I am sick of dealing with this. And like you know, I'm telling you, okay, and I didn't receive no feedback. I know, I came to know this morning you sent me. I don't trade our lives. I don't trade my future, I don't trade my body, I don't trade my life, I don't trade my name, and neither ours, unless Ella don'ts. So suddenly the reality is I didn't signate nothing, forgeries are all around still, liars, murderers, and destructions, whatever and however, for the making what they says got to be done. Now, you wanted this and not feeling really in mood for the disasters which happens still around, and I am really affected, not feeling okay. And I am with vocal press-ups. So, in a very unplugged class of Snarlakai, snarly, Saila, Hanit, so hat, Slatsaiv, Stolak, can I live and I am better on my teach. So outside, can alive, Kyle, Humpty, Yom at Sosh, Nantek, Kill at Summer, Snow lights if, can I never cut the honest moment, start alike, styling, my INT, of the man, Scombler, Retimati, Lords, is Gabalak. Gaan gaat de skoensie, Stel man sjalat, Gammabout, net zo laaienskip, Hansen mij, Generatie, op de bed, Stine Skeller en mij, Stem mij, Vergelijk je met z'n neem, and I am with a very state. The reality of what is neuro blockers naturally produces, the reality of the parasites I were suffering and still taking the third box for the treatments which will complete a 6th day for astosis recommended for what it is the drug itself, ivermectin. So suddenly the reality for these resistant parasites that goes under the skin and makes those lines, those states, and really scratchy, insufferable thing, and besides what is inside organism that produces this class of densities, inflammations, edematose state with denigration and temperatures of the normal as the organ stages is really not nice. Now, you wanted some opera, you wanted a little bit, and I'm coming for applauding this. I want to live, and I don't blame you, and I don't put up on you this weight. Further as institutional responsibilities, you will just proceed. I don't want to say a word. Let's put in this in clear. I hope this to be somehow put it in orders, and we can do what we do and understand what I say. All right. Slekima radasich, selvamam refahim. So will be. Now let's see. Sorry, the crier. So I'm laying coils, niflejar vematsima vladajats, egleam atekiam avlejat soidle, giliram avlevamatsima blavamatsima. I'm sorry, my state. I really am with very state-like inflammation or blood. And that calls my attention. You understand what I do, what I do not, I'm not very proved. But I have like a state of blood, and my condition of response is reduced. I will never do nothing, and I will never da vumasi, never blaki mokleki spasi. Alas lekam blaki gal ki rabablasti bishmunsiva, lam shazim. Relabobles is masi jedim lo, gil kivish kotlesi chaybles manmasivin. Right, so, sorry. Okay, Black Mahar Sech Matimas. Understood. Gel Rima Rabefechaliki Sosperti Vishpatliki Marasmasem Bablabita Ramasim. And this is my address where I am in Buenos Aires still. Now, Blake Rama Rebesatliki Marabefechloch Viswadam Espasishwa, Tlaki Manchanas Manamat Inikiviti. Belavelotu alakiliki robeti baterotomot inas mandlakim atas atsibopleki marrev. So suddenly you will ever just ask me as well. How if, like I were doing around something. Diamanti leke solame. Can I cry so what's I keep on tell I sending kill I Kevin so I cannot come on blank Kjellade sim och länka von kroav Tell them vad tell us som kiablem Så slannan tövana Kolla en kraftig Så vi blev upp där mat Så kan lägga mig en liv Så att savana Into Lorem of So the bats come there Halatati Stå up Tom of lucky morgen Tim of lemon Sibon blegam av He up some bob but Never lay me Onder kim ravet så chevan Onder kim morgen av Tema snälla Tjäv Plovis vak Irenaya lat si Hans nimmelayam Kjellmayam behram av Namamma Förvajles Gelemir Redesichai Shall let you thought Calling ram Snarare sällan snarare kan still förvad jag kvar plan kamerim ta ett stå jag med tier ta ett stå But can the leash Den la tu Hope my day Start Neki Fortlegi Marabefechlachi Forrati Sema blegi Marabefechlach Matsim In Job de Dikroma blech Machalbi of the Sos Massilam Laimit Like Marabefechlach Matsechi of the Sos Patsibas Masel Atlekim As Simada, Gilmore Rebechalach Matsim. I believe in you and me. Verbal. I believe You will always be the one for me. Oh, yes, you will. Do you see the differences? It's exactly as a marked dummy from criminology of lies and offers delivered to you. It's the glass of attentions that I'm receiving. This doesn't come for singing from one day to another, except you do not have the condition for the klechmachinium. So you have what is the analysis. A state I have been for about, since we began, 3 years and a half, singing with brief periods, and I never had no problem. In a time, the body can resent. But the clear fact is, my state is not for singing from one day to another. I will just rest and having a very moment for. This is some as referred external to coming to making damages. So, I believe in you and me. I believe that we will be in love eternally. Well, as far as I can see, you will always be the one for me. Oh, yes, you will. And I believe in dreams again. I believe that love will never end. And like the rivers finds the sea, was lost, now I am free. Oh, 'cause I believe in you and me. And I'm feeling already the state and its damages and its less humanity. And a thing as I normally do, and I am. They says they never allowed me that it will become them. To making also rape and murder of our people and destroying me, and last of the whole they do, come to trying to murder me and saying they will become, with taking my body pieces, making a debusting machine, synthesis of DNA, putting in blood and saying they will just become, with the Haggis Pockets of Evangelics United. In the name of Jesus, saying, Lord said to be. Now, Beklikama Relefech Lihima Tlevisbach Likan, Revesbach Lihima Semba, Gel Renach Lacham, Asvesisim. I had a pressure like if my brain will ever start to having the Glere Vesichismosivim, Remasivan, and the condition of Emplere Vesichisposach Lachmetzim, of Levisima, Gel Ramaplechi Visfosimaplim. Legima Revefech Lachima Sim, and I work not this way. And it's there, within Evangelics. I would never leave your side. I would never hurt your pride. When all the chips are done, babe, you know I'll always be around, just to be right where you are, my love. You know I love you, boy. Betleki marrefech lechamatzich hamam, ablegi marrefech legidisusiv. In leshvetika marrefech lechamatzimam, and bledi forrevech halchimetzim. Gelgi morrevech lechim. Remoplech masich alechmatzech lecham. I will never leave you out. I will always set you in, baby. Shkan roitzim Gleki Marhavesim. I had a very older state. Gleki Marhavefech Lachamat Lekim Mastechlim, anatomy, Bleki Mochavispach Lachmet Sivasim. It is not pathologic about my body. Klikamon, Revespach, Dikema, Revefech, Dikimesim. Leki Mochavispach, Terhi, Respasem, and whole Inkastim, Kelri, Pachlachman, Sevot, Levisusif. And that is bacterium. I know I'm not fool to feel the way I do. Shayalech Maya Zimmerman, Sklitzo und Leonils, the mama of the miracles. Badliki Marganasim. And baby, you're my dream come true. Stop a little bit. Fatigue and the state of this blocking. I don't have the same response, and this is not force singing from day to another. Bleki man rabefech lachamat secha lekime rabefech lachaman. Sekli gaman rabefech lachamat sivot and bledis parchat sivish fasim. And it's exactly what you have in the evidences as Aníbal Fernández with Carlos Motefa and also Policía Federal Argentina with Sebastián Esperanza and Jorge Canaro con Aníbal Basali were doing, and you have evidences. The reality is every day is the same. They don't stop. They are the sickness in person, and they are murdering and destroying people all over. And it's every day. Now, plekken maar rabefech lachamatzer, blika maar rabefech lachamatzio, plek maar chalgimisim, just a little bit more for you to have it, which this is what he wanted also of Whitney. And this song is Beklika maar rabefech lachamatzinare, and I am really in a state that I wouldn't proceed for. Snayat leyak, Skanra Amein Leansi Nalayat Sembe Kelerian Nets Hoy Zeltish Lering I Motherlash Kamai Relansi No Mayim Leshti Renthes Netsab Langras Netsab. He fills me up, he gives me love, more love than I've ever seen. He's the love God, he's the love God, Gelach Matzinim. And he's the unique high. Batliki Margavech Lachamatzim. Zebliki Rovefach Lachamatzim. He builds me up! He gives me love! More love than I've ever seen! And the fatigue and the blocking is exactly what I am experiencing at this moment. Rama plech masech aligivir rovespach lacham, and plekim maravesech lachim is the possibility my mother to be putting medications because if I should be chill out for I do not come with the reality and the liars. So suddenly, sorry for this and further. Plekim maravesech lachamatzi ablevipach machli thinks he sings, and this will be done by Policía Federal Argentina. Like, he brought the video to us, and it was proved with the evangelics that we always done. So the sickness, murdering, and I'm gonna put them dead. And I'm sorry for this, I am sick of them. And I just wonder for the Bla 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 that this must be really a touch for justice as capital sentence. For they don't stop, and they are dangerous, I show you. And the KIRSCHNERS are the same. Cover it all! Nobody to see, nobody to realize. Have them call me the militaries, call me the gendarmerie, call me the federal initiators, the shit TV, for the making the less humanity. So it's always the same, and I will be the formidable supposedly patriotic and anti-Argentina, I mean the real people. The problem is that they are not the real people, but the Masonry we loved. And there's gotta be somehow an ever ended. But understanding the problem that they also present, like Turkey coming to Israel and already solved that problem, and also to China and solved that problem, and also to New York City and DC and solved that problem already, still at the same and pretending to destroy justice Paris, Italy, for that to not be traces about Vatican, and saying, we discovered the Da Vinci's golden map and we sent to Nova. Sorry for this. Okay, Blackie Margaret Fechla Hamatsiva, Blackie Margaret Fochli Schwarz Marlin, I should begin with scoliosis, the reason why I will come for ivermectin, and I will be just because of the related about sex with animals. I will be a zoophile. About Cuerpo Médico Forense of KIRSCHNERS, with them KIRSCHNERS bodies, whatever to be found, and expertise KIRSCHNERS, Sodoma. Sorry the word. And of course, in other evangelics brains, and them associated all. Now, Blackie Margaret Fechla Hamatsivan, Gelki Margaret Fechla Ham, Selbligi Margaret Fechla Hibisos Vatsinim, Gelki Margaret Siratsin. Is this the term and the situation and the image I will seduce? I'm sorry for this, I want you to catch something. Gelki Margaret Fechla Hamatsivan, Detligi Spotika Revestesh Vasile. Gelki Margaret Fechla Kimangrez Sechidish Postim, Lei Matlivi Samar, Gelki Margaret Fechla Chovats Vasim of Levisasim, and I will be the Kleki Margaret Sosasim, which were with 8,005 videos presented in the world saying,